Yo, how's it going, guys? My name is Bagman and this here is Heroes and Generals. For those of you that don't know what this is, basically it's a free-to-play online first-person shooter for the PC, of course, and it's pretty awesome actually for you guys that have never heard of it. This is just some gameplay here, playing whatever the game mode is. I can never remember what it's called, but it's basically like Conquest. You go up and pick up the flags and shoot people in the face. But I am playing here as a German soldier. You pick a character and you create it as either a US or a German soldier, and you go around shooting the enemy people. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm playing as a German soldier because, well, I'm sick of playing as fucking US soldiers in every single game ever created. So instead, I decided to enlist myself in the old Wehrmacht. And I think it's kind of a mistake, actually, playing as the Germans, because for some reason, I don't think I'm not even sure, have I ever won a match in this game? I don't know. Seems that the US team always win, like always. So I don't know if that's something to do with some balancing issues, because, well, I'm using the German weapons, which is right here. I'm using the Kar 98. Kar 98K, and it's a bolt action rifle, of course. Now, as you probably know if you're a long-term subscriber of mine, I'm not very good with sniper rifles or bolt action rifles or any of that sort of stuff. You know, when I've only got an opportunity of, I've got one shot at this guy, I need to get this guy, and usually, yeah, probably fuck it up. And I've got the pistol here, is it a Mauser, is it? I can't really see the rating from here. And, yeah, but the thing is, though, this is a free-to-play game, so with all the weapons and all that sort of stuff, it's kind of got the same sort of system as a lot of free-to-play games, where you get a basic sort of loadout at the start, but to get any more guns you need to spend credits. To get credits you can either play the game or you can buy gold, which you transfer into credits. I don't know, it's a weird system that it's got. You can buy war bonds with your gold, and then it multiplies over time, and then you get credits through that. And yeah, think of it kind of like a share, like you've got a share in the Wehrmacht. So yeah, that's kind of a strange way to actually work it, but oh no, it's actually a pretty fun game. It's a lot slower as I go flying through the air. It's a lot slower than a lot of first-person shooters because, well, the actual running of your soldier isn't exactly very quick. It feels very, very, very slow in comparison to even Battlefield, that a lot of people seem to give shit for being slow. This, it's not, yeah, look at me now, this is sprinting. It's not exactly Usain Bolt now, is it? So you get shot quite easily, like all the time, and you do die fairly quickly. I mean, the enemy team here, obviously the US soldiers are fitted out with Garands, M1 Garands, and they're semi-automatic rifles, whereas mine is a bolt action. So they take me down in like 2, maybe 3 shots, and it takes like 2 shots to kill them with this Kar 98. You need to get a headshot to kill them first go, which I quite rarely do actually. As you can see, this guy over here, I have to shoot him twice in his chest to actually take him down. So maybe it was a mistake in the long run, actually, me actually picking the German side. I don't know. I just wanted to be different, because someone has to play as the Germans for it to actually work. So yeah, I imagine most people would have picked to go as the bloody Americans, but I picked the German side, because fuck it, why the fuck not? But there's some cool customization when it comes to this game, right? You can actually, a lot of people, when I was talking quite recently about a possibility of a Battlefield 1944, people were all like, oh, but you won't be able to customize the guns, what the fuck, man, you're not going to be able to put on a fucking laser sight on your rifle or anything like that. No, obviously not, it's World War II. But what you can do in this game with customization is you can change your iron sights, the barrel of the gun, the trigger, just little cool things like that, like the insides of the gun. You can change like the bolt, all that sort of shit. So little changes will either, like, they'll increase your damage or your accuracy, or they will increase the recoil. There's going to be some plus points and negative points to every single thing that you do with the gun when you're tinkering about with the weapon, trying to make it something that you actually think is fucking awesome. So what I'm using at the moment, right, I've only got, I think I tweaked my sights slightly, and I may have bought some ammo, but I can't really remember. But you basically, yeah, you get some credits and you just fire that on the gun, get yourself some new mods and shit on there. And yeah, no, the weapon system, the customization system is actually pretty damn good. It's pretty extensive. You've seen it in the past as well with games like Blacklight Retribution, where it's a shitload of a shitload of customization for your weapon, even though it's a free-to-play game. So yeah, man, free-to-play games are actually, I say, taking a step up these days, such as like PlanetSide 2 and stuff like that. Maybe free-to-play is something that a lot of game devs are going to really go further into in the future, because there's a few free-to-play games floating about at the moment. War Thunder's another one that's popular at the moment. I have it on my computer, but I've not actually tried it yet, so I'll maybe need to have a go at that. And yeah, as I shoot this guy right in his face as he's driving a car over the bridge there, I was quite happy with that shot. Every once in a while, and whenever I'm playing with like a bolt action rifle, every once in a while, like, I'll pull off a shot, I'm like, yeah, that was fucking awesome, but then I'll like miss someone point blank, and it ends pretty damn poorly for myself. But this game here, I feel that it's quite a well polished game actually. I only heard of this, I think I seen it on YouTube. And I'm going to leave a link in the description, by the way, a link down there. I'm going to lead you to the website for this game. You guys can sign up and play yourself if you want to. But, no, this game, it seems like it's decently well polished. There's a couple of things here and there that need to be sort of addressed. The game's still in beta, by the way. I forgot to mention that early on. It's, yeah, it's still in beta form. There's a few things that will be changed in the future, of course, because that's kind of the point in a beta. But there's a couple of issues here and there, such as the matchmaking system. Instead of going for a server browser, for some reason, they decided matchmaking was the way that they wanted to go. Son, miles away, I didn't even see the guy. I just saw where the bullet came from. I was just like, pop, your head's mine, son. But, no, they decided they wanted a matchmaking system instead of a server browser, and as a result of that, sometimes whenever you hit enter battle, and you can be sitting there for 15 minutes before it finds you a game, so that's kind of annoying. That is one thing that is a bit frustrating. That and the fact that, like I mentioned earlier on, the Americans seem to win every single game, so it's kind of annoying that way as well. But the matchmaking needs to improve, and I'm hoping that they do that. They've put out a couple of messages, like a couple of like message of the day type things, where they said, yeah, we know the matchmaking system is a bit fucked, and we're gonna fix it. Okay, so let's fix that shit. As I banzai charge the shit out of that house there, as I just get mowed down by a guy in the window, unfortunately. Here I'm riding on the back of a bike, on the back of it. I said to the guy before we got there, I was like, man, pull up a bit short, and then we can get out and get ourselves into the battle properly and not be steaming in there on a fucking bike. And the guy didn't really listen. That's kind of something that's got me killed a few times in this game, where you'll hop into a car or a tank or a bike or whatever with a teammate, and he'll be driving, and there's no communication apart from the little chat box down the bottom left that people seem to just ignore altogether. This was a nice little shot just here as this guy was cruising along the bridge, taking him down just there. Nice slow motion for you. But they just sort of like, they cruise towards the enemy, and they don't seem to give a shit about, you know, trying to get in there without being seen. They just sort of come charging in there, and you're sitting in the passenger seat. You can't eject out of the car early, you will just die. It's not like in Battlefield you could be in a car where it's going 100 miles an hour and you just hop out and you're fine. But in this game, you jump out, you kind of die on impact, so that's kind of annoying. Something that I think they should probably put in, because I can't, you know, I've got no communication with the guy that's driving the car. So when I hop out, I don't want to break my legs. I'd rather not, you know. It's just a preference, really. But in this match just here, it descended into a bit of a stalemate situation. Like I said, the game's a bit slow. You can't go charging around all over the place. Sometimes you end up in a situation where if you advance into in between here and those houses over there, you're pretty much a dead man. And everything, you don't get very many. There was a couple in this game, in this video rather. Not very many close range encounters. It's usually about medium to long range. As I just came up behind all these guys just here, I think I do get a close range encounter on the go this time here. I've done a big wide flank. Our team were getting pushed all the way back into the spawn, which was unfortunate. I came up behind this guy here, blasted him in the back with the Kar 98, and as I came running into their like spawn over here at the C flag, or C radio thing, I don't know, it's a capture point. It's the same idea really as Conquest mode. So come running in here, some guy's just like standing, you know, he's spraying his gun and he was standing there chilling. He's like, oh, reload my gun. And I was like, sir, your brains are over the wall. And I'm pretty sure these two guys spawned. They just spawned. I didn't see them 2 seconds ago. They just fucking appear out of nowhere. And on this wide flank just here, I thought this was funny. On this wide flank just here, both of us had the same idea, and we met out in the middle of nowhere. I got out the pistol and I blasted the crap out of them with it. But if you guys want to try out the game, I'm going to leave a link in the description down below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, But tell me your thoughts also down in the comment section down below about what you think about Heroes and Generals. If you think it's a good game, if it needs more polish, or if you just don't give a shit. Yeah. But I will see you guys next time. I hope you did enjoy. Goodbye.